Brady, and yeah, this is how I do it. So he pulled up. I was like, okay, look at Tom. The police escort skip the yacht, which is very fitting. Tampa, Miami, it's very fitting that you have a yacht. But I was surprised that Tom let his hair down to this extent publicly. Now, I was hoping when he threw the trophy skip, it went into the water because I wanted to see who was going in after. That's what I wanted to see. My money's on Gronk. I'm laying plus 2,500 on Gronk to go get that water. Go get that trophy out the water.
It's a heavy trophy.
I think Gronk can go do it. I think Gronk going to get that trophy.
I'm assuming the Hillsborough River is pretty deep at that point.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm not sure Gronk's going to go to the bottom of the river, into the murky bottom of the river, looking for that without scuba gear.
My money's on Gronk. Gronk gonna hit the water, gonna come back up with that trophy.
I can't believe it.
So for me, Skip, yes, I'm not surprised that Tom is extremely happy, Skip. You know what he did? He left an organization that didn't believe in him anymore. And he won a championship without the umbrella of the Patriot way, without Coach Belichick. So he's feeling really, really good. I don't know how many people thought he was going to feel this good publicly, because he's been the cliche, golly gee whiz, Tom, yeah, guys, you know what, hey, had a great time in New England. I still have a lot of friends there. I'm very fond of the people in New England. He's saying all those things. But deep down inside, we know human nature tells us when someone bets against us and we bet on ourselves and we win, we feel really good, even though we might not verbalize that publicly. Well, his celebration lets me know, Skip, he didn't feel good. He feels great. And so the only thing that I'm surprised, I'm glad. I'm glad because I'm glad that Tom showed that side of him instead of always being buttoned up and always being guarded. But I am surprised that he let himself get to this extent publicly.
Okay, what I'm about to say about the Lombardi toss is serious, straight from the heart. That was the greatest clutch throw of Tom Brady's career. And I spoke all week long, a week ago, about how Tom's just the clutchest performer in the history of sports because he's done it so many times on so many big Super Bowl stages. Obviously, he had 6 game-winning drives in fourth quarter and overtime to win 6 rings going into Sunday, and then they didn't even need a fourth quarter drive because it was a second quarter drive that won the game in the beatdown of Kansas City.
Well, Skip, not to cut you off, but I'm glad they didn't throw it back to Tom because I don't know if he was going to catch it like they caught it.
No, that's a fact. So the point about Tom's clutchness has always been to me, and I wrote about this for FoxSports.com, is that he's long-term clutch. He's long drive clutch, but he didn't have any signature moment. He doesn't have any walk-off clutch throws where you say, boy, I remember that one. I can't remember a single throw of Tom's career where I say, God, remember when he did that? Maybe I'll remember the Scotty Miller throw into half at Green Bay. But still, it was still little Scotty Miller. You know, it's like the lone ball that you throw to Scotty Miller.
But like you said, it's at the end of the half. Now, that was at the end of to win the game. Now, that's a walk-off.
That's a walk-off. For me, this was the equivalent of a walk-off. And I'm serious. I'm not exaggerating. That is a throw. That was hard to do. Now, again, was it alcohol-fueled? Probably. Did he have a little more confidence and courage because he'd had a couple too many to drink? Maybe. But it's such a long throw from boat to boat. And you've lifted that trophy, right? It's heavy. It's heavy. And for him to sort of weigh this moment and say, I think I can do this. It's a long throw. He's not the strongest guy. He's not a weight room warrior. You know, he's more pliability, right? And so, and he's got a little above average arm, but he's never had a cannon. And this is more of a body throw. This is a core throw, right? This is where you have to twist into, it's like hitting a golf ball where you got to hit it with your core. You got to twist into the tee shot. And for him to twist into this and get enough on the trophy to get it airborne and keep it airborne from boat to boat, it had high probability of winding up in the bottom of the river. Because it's one thing to throw it that far, it's yet another thing to get it deep enough into the other boat that they don't drop it in the river. Because if you just get it to the edge, they're going to fumble it into the river.
That trophy probably weighs about 7-8 pounds, I'm thinking.
Okay, I'm going to guess more than that.
Yeah, well, it's heavy, Skip, and the edge is kind of sharp on the bottom. You know, anything that would
it's hard to catch.
Yeah, so I'm surprised. Look,
okay,
if Gronk had thrown his, Skip, it would not have surprised me if Gronk would have done anything. If Gronk would have just tucked it and thrown it in the water, I wouldn't have been surprised, considering he used it as a bat.
I got it.
At Fenway. But Brady to do that.
Okay, and he gets it up high enough and deep enough that it's like a Hail Mary, like the one he threw to Gronk that Gronk couldn't come down with in the second Philly Super Bowl. And Cameron Brate rises above the crowd to snag it.
Yeah.
And Cameron Brate said he was scared to death, like he's afraid he was going to drop it. Like it was, for him, it was the clutchest catch he's ever made in his
I'm glad
career.
he caught it, because he probably would have had he'd had a busted up face or a couple of teeth missing. Because that thing hit you, Skip, it's going to hurt.
Okay. Now, to the second half of this. We obviously saw him, the whole video of him stumbling home. Okay. I scanned the Drunk Brady Twitter thread that was all day long, all afternoon long. It sounds like Jenny was all over it also. And
couldn't look away.
It was the first time ever that I saw comment after comment after comment from Brady haters saying, I can't help but love this. I think that was the most endearing moment of this guy's, what are we up to, 20-year career as a starter, 21 years as a player.
Yeah.
Because most people can't stand him because he's just too boringly good. He just keeps on keeping on, but he's not Mahomes. There's no looks, there's no behind the backs, there's no left-handed pass.
You know why they love this, Skip?
Yeah.
Because for the first time, he made himself human.
He made himself incredibly vulnerable and human and relatable. Tom Brady was actually relatable yesterday.
Everybody said the exact same thing, but if I wasn't that bad, I'm getting towed up.
Okay, well, he was. And he needs assistance on both sides to get to the car.
To stand up.
Right? to get free. And to your point, I believe it was the happiest football day of his life.
I believe so,
I mean, obviously, Sunday night was a big deal, but this is where you've had time to let it sink in.
Right.
You've sort of slept for a while so that you're back to normal. Yeah, well,
he ain't
I
been
don't know.
sleeping yet.
Well, he had to sleep one of the nights, maybe last.
No. Yeah, he slept last night. He probably hung over this morning.
Okay.
But he ain't sleep Sunday night, Skip.
Not Sunday night, but maybe Monday or Tuesday. But my point is, now it's sunk in.
Right.
Now he sits back and says, God, look what I just did.
Right.
I stuck it to that guy who stuck it to me in New England. And it was huge for him because he pulled this thing off with a bunch of guys that he really likes.
Yes.
He really had fun playing football. He has fun playing for that coach, even though that coach was ridiculously hard on him in post-game comments. I think they made peace with that in their bye week, and then I didn't hear any more of that. And all they did after their bye week was win 8 straight games. They went 8-0 out of the bye, okay? And he pulled off something with a 7-9 team in a pandemic with no preseason. That's what he's... That's why the depth of achievement, it just got to him yesterday, and he finally let go.
I think the person that we saw yesterday, that Tom is more like the person we saw yesterday than he is after he won the 6 in New England. Now, I'm not saying he's all the way that, but I'm saying he's closer to that. And when people say he's more of himself, he seems more happy. Well, you can, because Bruce Arians, allows guys to show their personality. Coach Belichick, everybody is one and the same, with the exception of Gronk. Gronk was really allowed to show his personality, Skip. But the other guys that's come through there, they say the same thing, this, and this. I believe, and I agree with you, I believe Tom, all of them special. All of them special.
Sure.
But I think this one. The significance of it. It's not the Patriot way. It's not Coach Belichick. It's not, oh, he's a systems guy. I am the system. You can have any systems you want, but you better have somebody that can program it. You better have somebody that can understand it and can code it. That's him.
So in the previous 6 celebrations, the parade celebrations in Boston, Brady wasn't front and center.
He just waves. Hey, guys.
There's nothing going on, nothing to say. He's not throwing Lombardi trophies from duck boat to duck boat in downtown Boston.
And that's what happens, Skip. You see, there's a difference when it's 80 and sunny and you're on the water as opposed to 20 and snow on the ground in Boston.
Very good point, which which he's well aware
Yes.
of. He and his family, according to all the reports, they love it there.
And they say, I ain't never going back.
I mean, here we are in February, and they're all out there in shorts and T-shirts.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
I'll go back when, when they put me in the Ring of Honor, they retire my jersey, and they put me stuff like that, to the reunions. He's going to be going to a reunion every year because they're about to have, Skip, when they start having the 5 and 10 and 15, 20-year reunion. Tom is going to be going to a reunion like, damn, I just saw you guys last year. Yeah, we're going to see you again.
So the shock to me was Tom Brady won Super Bowl MVP, and then he won Parade Day MVP.
Yeah.
He was. He took it over.
Yeah, it takes something to upstage Gronk in a celebration.
It does.
But he upstaged
Or
Gronk.
even, as we're about to discuss, Bruce Arians with a microphone in his hand. It's hard to upstage him.
And Bruce had a few with him, too.
I think he often does.
Everyone was feeling it, feeling good, feeling confident. And you know what? Good for Tom. And you guys said it best.